Hello, everybody. Um, so it is day 108, and my weigh-in is tomorrow, and I'm not expecting it to be that great. I've worked off some of the weight. When I first got back from vacation, I was 190, but that wasn't an official weigh-in. I just didn't weigh in last week. And tomorrow, I'm assuming it will be kind of high, like 188, 187. Um, I have not gone to the gym this week, and I kind of regret that. I mean, it's only Tuesday. Wait, no, it's Wednesday. It's only Wednesday. But I don't know. I guess this week was more about recuperation. I just cleaned the house a lot. Sean came by yesterday and built my bed. I moved into this apartment in January, and I have been sleeping on my mattress on the floor because I could not put together my bed. And I have been asking him to come over, and he just has like not found time or not done it. I don't know. And then I forget about it for like a month. And then I go back in the bedroom one day and I look at all the planks of wood for my whole frame on the floor, and I'm like, oh. And I could have put it together, but I honestly could not remember how it was done. Plus, he had some of the pieces in his truck and whatever. So my bed is finally together, and I can't tell you how happy it makes me. It changes my whole bedroom, and um, it's really just a big heavenly place to spend time. So maybe I'll make some videos while I'm in bed so you can see how beautiful it is, but not right now because it's dark in there and I don't feel like it. So that's my daily diary. I've been eating okay with my calories ever since my vacation. It's not been too hard. Coming down off of eating lots more, like 500 more than you normally do every day. It's just, it's difficult. I mean, the cravings are there. I have not succumbed to them. I've had a little too many calories on a couple occasions, but I didn't go over the 1550. I just had more than the 1250 to 1300, which I've been trying to stay in since I haven't been working out. So all of that daily stuff aside, I wanted to share with you, I'm going to start doing something. I've talked to a couple people about this, particularly Zerpal Moon, but I'm going to start eating a no-processed diet. And that's really kind of scary for me. I almost didn't want to tell you guys. In fact, for like a week I've been thinking this now, and I was not going to tell you guys and just tell you after I'd done it for a few weeks, but I decided I need the encouragement, and I'll probably be making videos whining about how I wish I could eat processed things, so I thought I might as well make an intro video. So I'm going to be kind of lax with it, not like wimpy lax, but kind of like I don't know everything that I'm going to be eating. Obviously, sometimes I eat things without labels, but usually that's fresh food, which clearly has no preservatives. But it obviously means no more Diet Coke and no more of all the little 100-calorie snack pack things, because those are all loaded with preservatives. I really can't have any crackers except for the all-natural crackers. Yeah. If the pasta or the peanut butter, whatever that I'm eating, it just can't. I don't know if I may have misspoken earlier and said no processed food. I mean no food with preservatives. Like, I don't care if it's pre-made, it just can't have lots of preservatives in it. And on the same note, I'm going to try to avoid high fructose corn syrup. So I think it'll be really interesting to see what will happen. I'm going to try and do this whole no preservatives thing until I go to New York, which is the last week of October. But I'm hoping to eat that way, eat even better than I've been eating, and then work out a lot, possibly starting next week when I get some motivation. I'm going to try and kick myself in the butt. So hopefully I can lose a good chunk of weight. I mean, I have 2 months basically until I go to New York, and I've been losing on average 4 to 6 pounds a month, some months 10. So I could foreseeably be in the 170s or 160s by the time I go to New York, which would be a dream. But I think if I work hard enough and I'm really eating right, there's no reason why I couldn't drop that weight. I've been dropping weight pretty fast and pretty easily, even though I haven't been working out these last few weeks. So I don't see why it couldn't happen. I'm not going to let myself think it's too far in the future, but I'm not going to count on it either, or too much of a dream. But so that's my plan. I don't know whether this is true, and perhaps one of you people with a science background can tell me whether this is true or not, but when I worked at the cookie factory, you may not know, but I used to work at a cookie manufacturing plant designing the cookies and selling them. And we had quality assurance woman, you know, that checks the cookies like regularly to make sure everything's good and make sure there's no contaminants on the machines and all that stuff. Anyway, she was a chemist. She actually had a PhD in biochemistry. And she was telling me that processed foods are recognized by the body as fat. And this is like a key thing. But what she said is that the body recognizes three major, I don't even know the word for it. God, my science background is pathetic. But the body recognizes carbs, protein, and fat. And if something that you eat comes in that way as a carb, a protein, or a fat, it's dealt with accordingly. Carbs, protein, and fat are all burned for energy. They help different parts of the body, and they're all key ingredients in one's consumption of food. And if you're lacking one of the three, you have a severe deficit in one way or another. But she said that anytime there's a processed thing, any fake sugar or, you know, carb replacement, whatever, all of the man-made, manufactured things that are not pure carb, fat, or protein are recognized by the body as fat. So when they go in your system, your body goes, I don't know what this is, it must be fat, and it stores it in your fat cells. Which is why a high processed food, no natural foods, lots of preservative diet will make someone fatter, even if they're eating regular calories. If you start eating all this gross processed food, you will gain weight quicker. So she said that the worst part about that was that when you start to lose weight, if you've eaten a very high preservative diet or high manufactured, processed, man-made, chemical, whatever diet, when you start to lose the fat goes back into your system and gets burned off, right? The fat starts to get burned off, but the chemicals that were recognized as fat but aren't actually fat go back in your system. Your body goes, I don't know what these are, and sends them back to the fat cells, which makes it like twice as hard to lose fat. I don't know if that has any merit in reality, but she did have a PhD in biochemistry, so I'm just the messenger. Please don't beat me up if that's totally wrong, but that's my understanding. So I've never been one to eat that much processed stuff, but I certainly have eaten my fair share of junk food. And as I'm losing weight, if you look back at one of my very first videos, I said that to start out with, I was not going to be concerned with what I was eating. I was just going to keep my calories in check. Well, it's been like 108 days, okay? So it's time for me to move on. It's like the 3.5 months. And it's time for me to take it to the next step, which I think is starting to eat healthier things. So I'm going to start by eliminating things that have preservatives in them. I mean, that even means like bread and my English muffins, which I love. I'm going to have to buy the whole wheat ones with no preservatives, which I don't know if they'll be any good, but we'll try it. So no more Diet Coke, no more 100-calorie snack packs, no more crackers, no more fast food, period. No sodas at all. Anything that is clearly man-made, like soda or like Cheese Whiz, not that I eat Cheese Whiz, but you know what I mean, or anything that I presume is chock full of preservatives, just not going to eat for 2 months. We'll see.